Hello peoples. In the last video, Anatomy of a Dogfight, we covered at the basic level capacitor gameplay, shields, missile operator mode, the fact that ships move a lot slower now, ballistic ammo limitations, I guess would be the best word to put it, and we used a mono or all energy weapon based build to showcase everything. Based off all the feedback in the comments section I got, I decided that I'm going to expand upon this. So we're going to have a few more in this series, starting with this video with a Buccaneer, and then a Hornet, and then a Harbinger. Just to show you that a mixed weapons build is definitely doable in 3.14. Not only is it doable, it works out pretty good, and we're going to show you how to do that. So go ahead, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, get comfortable, sit back, relax, and yeah, let's check this out. Okay, as we bring up Erkul here, you're going to see that I have a mixed weapons build. So we're going to start off with the Tarantula GT870 Mark I ballistic cannons. These are size 1 fixed. If you take a look, they have pretty decent DPS, really good alpha, firing rate is okay, but more importantly, if you look at the range and the projectile speed of 700, that's going to match up and synergize perfectly with the other side of this build, which is going to be a laser cannon build. Now I'm choosing cannons because I like to do high DPS whenever I hit. It is going to make it a little bit more difficult to hit your target, but hey, we're closing in the range. So we're going to start off with our Omni Sky 9. If you notice, we've got, again, pretty decent DPS, pretty decent alpha damage, but more importantly, our range and our projectile speed all match up with the ballistic side. And then we go to the Omni Sky 12, which is in our center turret. We've got better DPS and better alpha damage, but again, if you check out that range and projectile speed, it matches and synergizes perfectly with the rest of the build. So this is a mixed build. Now we're going to go ahead and just stock up for as much as possible on the missiles. So I've got the MSD 341 missile racks, and I'm doing 4 size 1 missiles. That's to give me as many missiles as possible. The rest of this build is going to be primarily a stealth build. So we've got Mirages for the shields. We have to use a Dynaflux for the power plant because if I try to do a stealth power plant, I'm going to be underpowered, and that's not good. As you can see here, that's very bad for combat. So we're going to have to go with a Dynaflux. That's what I had. You can put anything in here as long as it gives you enough power. It's not going to boost your EM signature up too much. We're going to go with the snow blinds to finish off our stealth build on the coolers. And then, of course, we're going to put in the Atlas for our quantum drive because we want to be able to go from one side to the other without doing too many fuel stops. So let's check out our HUD setup. So if you watch the first series, which is Anatomy of a Dogfight, we went over my HUD placement and everything. This is just basically to show you how I'm going to do my weapons groups. So if we go down here, you can see that I've put my Tarantula ballistic weapons into their own group. I've got my energy weapons into a separate group. You're going to have to keybind these, whichever works best for you, knock it out. The rest of my instrumentation, the MFDs, they're all set up the way that I normally do. So I've got my target on one side, my power MFD on the other side, my shield on the other. So we're all set here. Now, unfortunately, I had to grind in order to get up to this level of missions because I had to do a character reset. So as a result, you'll notice I don't have any missiles left, and you notice I've used some of my ballistic ammo. But that's okay. Character resets suck. I had to do one. I'll probably have to do another one before too long because that's just the nature of the beast. So what we're going to do is close in on the target and see how this stuff really works out. Okay, so I couldn't have asked for a better target. It's a Valkyrie, which means a tanky ship, right? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to work first on taking out the shields. So I've set my power distribution to 100% weapons because I'm using my laser cannons. I'm going to make my first pass, whittle down, concentrate on the shields as much as possible. I'm going to fire when I know I can hit. Now that first pass that we just did, you can notice right here, I've taken his shields almost completely offline. I'm going to follow up and finish the job here, and now I'm ready to start using my cannons. So I'm going to fire my cannons along with my laser weapons because I want to cause as much damage as possible. The cannons are going to be at 100% here. There's no shields in the way. And as you can see, I've got an easy hit because the target is right in front of me and going kind of slow. And I finish him off just like that. No problems, no issues, done deal. Okay, so now I'm going to turn around, pop my power distribution back up to an equal amount so that I can recharge everything and get ready for the ads that just popped in. Now at this point I don't have radar lock, but somebody just fired a missile at me. So I'm going to launch my countermeasures. I can see that the missiles are coming in on the lower right. I see that there's this little asteroid right here, so I decide I'm going to put that between me and the missiles just to make sure my countermeasures take a hold, and then I get a radar lock for an M50. Just ducky an M50. One of the most maneuverable, pain in the ass ships to deal with right now. Not only do I have one, but I got two. So I'm going to work one at a time. I'm not going to use my cannons unless I know I can hit. That's the other thing. I'm going to save the ammo. So I'm going to try and whittle this guy down. Hopefully I will get a decent hit with my laser cannons and take him out. But we're going to have to see. So after jousting with this guy, I've managed to take his shields down. I'm lighting him up pretty good, and I see an opportunity where I can fire both my laser cannons and ballistics, and I score some pretty good hits on him, as you can see by that explosion. So now I'm just going to keep pressing him with the laser cannons only because he's still an M50 and kind of jumpy, but I catch him as he flies by and he goes boom. Now I'm down to just one, and we're going to play around with this guy for a little bit. So I've taken his shields out, I've dropped my speed, and I get some really good hits on him, and he goes pop. Now you may have noticed that my energy distribution is set to default 33 across the board. I did that because they were M50s and I wanted to make sure I could keep my shields up, I could keep my lasers powered, and I had sufficient boost because they're very maneuverable. Well, that'll wrap up for this part. Remember, we've got two more parts coming. The next one's going to be with a mixed build on a Super Hornet, followed by a mono build for the Vanguard Harbinger, which is extremely powerful. Wait for that one. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And leave some more comments. Let me know what you think. Do you like this? Do you hate this? Are you going to run a mixed build? Do you think CIG is wrong for pushing people in that direction? All that kind of good stuff, because we love to hear your point of view. And until next time, take care.